Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Betty B, and this particular vlog is still meant for teachers. Any teacher out there who is trying to nail an interview, this video is for you. Well, if you're not a teacher and you stopped by or this video popped into your timeline, that's totally fine. You could watch it until the end. If you get to learn one thing or two, perfect. Alternatively, click the share button and let the video get to the right people. Otherwise, stay tuned until the end of the video because I'm going to be talking about some of the most common interview questions that you will get in your day-to-day interviews. And if you like this video, do click the like button, share, and leave a comment. Anyways, the questions I'm going to provide, I will not give the answers because I don't have the answers, okay? The answers are for you to figure out. And then again, the whole idea of sharing these questions is not to give you answers to cram as you're getting into your interview room. The point is you just need to master your art. These are common questions that you are likely to encounter throughout your interview times, and you need to be ready for the most authentic answers that you can give. Okay? Yeah, so let's get into it. I'll be reading from my phone. I might give my little opinion to some of the questions or a little insight, but not the exact answers. So stay tuned and let's have this until the end of the video. So question number one, why are you a teacher? Why are you a teacher? So this question is basically, you just need to tell the interviewer, why are you a teacher? And that relates to question number two, which is, what is your teaching philosophy? What's your teaching philosophy? Now, that's a very simple question also, but it requires you to answer it authentically. I mean, most of the time we go to Google, ask ChatGPT about teaching philosophy. I mean, if you're going to research your teaching philosophy, that's totally okay. It's allowed, but just make sure it aligns with you. You can describe it when waking up in the middle of the night. How much do you want to know about your students in order to be the most helpful to them? Okay, I'll repeat. How much do you want to know about your students in order to be the most helpful to them? Now, like as a teacher, what do you need to know about your students so that you're able to deliver your very best to them? The answer is varied from one teacher to another, so you need to find out yours. The next question, how can you help our school or students? How can you help our schools or students? Now, in this particular scenario, you just need to share ways in which you're going to contribute to the growth of the school in one way or another. Next question, what do you find the most frustrating about teaching? Okay, so yeah, as much as you can, try to be authentic with such kinds of questions. And you know, like this could be like a personal experience, and to some extent you might get a follow-up question to give a scenario where you felt frustrated in the class or in the school and how you eventually came out of that situation. Next question, let me just zoom in. Why would we hire you to teach here? Like, we have thousands of applicants. Why would we hire you to work here? Okay, now I don't have insights for that. You figure it out. And next question, how would you get your class ready for the first day of school? How would you get your class ready for the first day of school? Now, this question is a bit tricky because we have, every school has their own ways of starting the school day. For instance, where I teach currently, right from day one, we have a lesson which has been planned, okay? So you need to teach that lesson, but then at the back of your mind, you know, you're just getting into the first lesson, the kids probably are not prepared. You just need to find your own ways of getting them back. So that question might be common as well. Now, the next one, what do you teach? What do you teach in school? So that one is specific to everybody, okay? Yeah. And it's very simple to answer anyways. You don't need to cram. Now, next question. How do you evaluate your students? How do you evaluate your students? Now, in this case, the interviewer just wants to find out if you know different types of evaluation, okay, right from different formative assessments or formative methods of evaluation within the class, within evaluation. So you need to have that at the back of your mind, be able to give examples here and there Yes. Let's get to the next question. What are your strengths as a teacher? What are your strengths as a teacher? Ask ChatGPT what your weakness is, what your strength is. You know that better than anyone else. Yeah, of course, if you're going to be asked what are your weaknesses, the next question could be what are your strengths? And the thing is, like in a conversational type of an interview, you might not even be asked like the next question might not be what are your strengths or what are your weaknesses. For example, if you ask what are your strengths, the next question might be a scenario. Remember, at the back of your mind, scenario, you will be asked to give examples or a real-time experience. Okay. Yeah. Now the next one, how do you interact with parents? How do you interact with parents? Now this is a simple question. Also, the interviewer is just trying to find out if are you a teacher who engages the parents as often as needed, or do you just do it once in a while? And how do you do that? Are you only reporting the bad things about the children, or you update them, appreciating their effort and all of that stuff? Okay, so you have to get ready with the answer. The next question, um why did you leave your last teaching job, or why did you leave your last teaching job? Yeah, I mean, this one you can answer as you wish. Just make sure the answer is authentic, because like I said earlier, a follow-up question might come. Either way, they know you're looking for greener pastures. So if you're going to make that one of the reasons, just make sure you have like another reason. Cool. Next question. Describe your educational background. Describe your educational background. So in this case, it's similar to when you're asked to talk about, like, tell us who you are. So usually people just talk about their educational background. Next question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in, about what you want with your life in 5 years? Okay. Next is, how do you handle classroom management? How do you handle classroom management? So this question takes different phases. So you could talk about how you manage good behavior, bad behavior. It's a general question and it's very deep. By the way, it's a common question, especially if you're getting into an international school setup, because there's quite a lot that goes into place for you to be able to succeed, even to complete even that one lesson. It's like an emerging issue at the moment. Okay, let's move on. What's your favorite subject? I have never encountered this question. If they asked me what was my favorite subject back in high school, I would say math and chemistry. What about you? Okay, continue recording with this. The sun is moving, so yeah. Anyway, the next question that you're gonna meet is, what do you like best about teaching? What do you like best about teaching? Now, this question also, it's varied from one teacher to another, but then it's a common question, because if you look at the whole world, teachers are always complaining about little pay, this, that, all of the complaints that come from the teachers, but still, the same teachers do not quit. They don't leave teaching. Why? So that should be your why. Why? Next question. Tell me about your teaching style. Tell me about your teaching style. So yeah, you'll get to a particular school and they have their own teaching methods, how to start the lesson until the end. So as much as you might have your own teaching method, you need to acknowledge that the presence or the existence of their own during the interaction. How do you manage your time to get all the teaching duties done within the schedule? So this is just about how you use your time within the classroom, okay? And there's no particular answer to this. Next one, what's the biggest challenge today that students face? So this is a contemporary issue. If you have no idea, this one you can ask ChatGPT or Google and try to relate it to your own scenario, to your own situation. Yeah, make it relatable. Okay. Next one, how do you motivate students to learn? How do you motivate students to learn? This is a new generation of students, and there are thousands of ways you can motivate kids to learn. So that one you can research and find out your best practices or something that you've done always, and it has worked for you. Okay. Next one, describe your worst day in class. Describe your worst day in class. This is weird, but just get those examples ready. Next question, how have you helped a tough student? How have you helped a tough student? Now, this question is just trying to, find out if you have ideas on how you could help students come out of their, you can soften out a situation out of a tough student, okay? And there's so many ways you could do that. So many ways. Just find out from what you've done before or from your own research, or you can ask other teachers what they do with that. Now, the thing is, in the generation that we're teaching, you will encounter a lot of tough situations. So you can't miss an example. Before we continue, just to let you know that the questions might not be framed exactly how I framed mine, but just make sure you get the concept, okay? Next question, what systems of education are you well versed with, okay? And for this case, you might be asked follow-up questions because you've never taught an international curriculum and you're trying to get into the international school market. Please don't lie, just be honest to them. If you know there is anything similar to the curriculum that you have been teaching, that's fine. Mention that you've never taught in an international school curriculum, you've never taught in a British school, American school, or IB school, but you have an idea. You got an idea. Don't sell yourself short. Yeah, this one also, what level or age groups do you teach? Because there are different levels. We got primary, we got secondary, we got, yeah, so you need to be clear about that. Don't lie. Next question, we are almost done. Thanks for your patience. What extracurricular activities can you offer? What extracurricular activities can you offer? So here you just need to mention what other passions you got apart from teaching in class. How else can you positively influence the students, okay, outside? Yeah. And that is tied to the next question, which is, what are your hobbies? This one is for those who are looking to work in the UAE, okay? So you could be asked, why do you choose to work in the United Arab Emirates? You must have very strong reasons, like maybe your family is here already, or you just want to get into a diverse cultural environment, something like that. Good. Next one, are you a certified teacher? Are you a certified teacher? That's very important, okay? Rest of the questions, oh yeah, you could be asked about your notice period. So you need to know from wherever you're working, if it's 3 months, you need to let them know. For most schools that I know in the UAE, it's 1 month or 3 months. Okay. Out is, do you know anything regarding child safeguarding? So if you have no idea, I had mentioned it in my previous video, just go find out more about that. Okay. Yeah, we've come to the end of this session. Thanks a lot for watching until the end. I don't take your time for granted. Anyways, I know I have not exhausted all the possible questions that you can get in an interview question. If you're a teacher and you have any more questions, please drop them in the comment section. And if you're a teacher planning to go for an interview, or you have an interview invite ready now and you need help with your preparation so that you can nail the interview at one go, I have some connections for you. Go to the description box and send an email in the description box. Yeah, it's someone I have worked with before, and trust him as well with your preparation sessions. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure having you around since the start of this vlog until now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. If you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please take 1 minute, go back, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and drop your comment. Thanks, and bye.